This is a video response to Pipe Commander's 100 sub contest. Mark, thanks for holding this contest and congratulations on the 100 plus subs. If you guys out there haven't subbed him, what are you waiting for? I'm going to leave a link in the box below, and get yourself over there and give him a couple of subs. Mark asked what we do besides smoke pipes, and my hobby since I was 9 years old has been astronomy. And yes, that was thunder. I have been fascinated by astronomy for the longest time. I guess living in Florida makes it easy. Of course, Cape Canaveral, all the moonshots. I was alive during that time, and astronomy has been a big part of my life. I've invested in a few telescopes, and I set them up just about every clear night that I can. I have neighbors and strangers stop by, and of course I'll show them the moon and the sun with its sunspots. Of course I hit all the large planets like Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Of course in the sky there are star clusters, globular clusters, nebula, galaxies. Some of the stars actually are double stars or triple stars. That's always a cool thing to see. Then there are comets. People are always fascinated, and comets always make the news. And of course there are the eclipses of the sun and the moon. That's always fun. My neighbors know my hobby, and I think some of them kind of keep a lookout to make sure if I'm going to set up, or they'll come over and ask me, hey, are you going to set up for the supermoon or whatever happens to be happening in the news at the time. And if it's clear, of course I will. I've actually created a few little traffic jams, people pulling up, stopping, getting out of their car, wanting to see what I'm looking at, which is fine with me as long as they're safe about it. I guess the biggest thrill is watching people's expressions on their faces when they look into the eyepiece and they see Jupiter or the rings of Saturn, and actually some of them have left the eyepiece and went to the front of the telescope to look down it to see if I've got some photograph taped to it that they're actually looking at. That's always a thrill. Another thing I like to do is some of these globular clusters are tightly packed star clusters, and some of them have millions of stars in one bunch. And of course you can't make out individual stars. Maybe on the edge of it you can, but I love to tell people when I'm looking at that and they take a look at it, they are actually seeing 1 million plus stars at one time. Most of the time their mouths drop open. And you know what, I've seen them hundreds of times, and I do the same thing. I think it's just absolutely amazing. Another thing is during the daytime, if the sun's out and very active, there's sunspots, I'll set up my scope, and people will stop by on their lunch breaks or coming home from work if it's in the afternoon. And the look on people's faces when I tell them that the sun is actually a star. There are a lot of folks that don't realize that our little sun is a star. So to be able to see sunspots across the face of that star really is a beautiful sight, and you're missing it if you've never seen it. But anyway, taking up a lot of your time. Mark, again, congratulations on the 100 plus subs. Thank you for the contest. I wish you many more. Peace, brother.